Revenge films.
My name is Sarah, and I live with my husband. I grew up in a wealthy family, and my parents gave me the opportunity to try various experiences. I graduated from a well-known university and had a happy life until then. I now work at my father's company. Both of my parents are currently heading up the overseas offices of our headquarters, so I was left in charge to take care of their home while they were away. My parents' house is enormous, so there were more than enough room for my husband and I. I met my husband at university. We were both students there. My husband grew up in a middle-class family, and I liked that we came from different backgrounds. My husband proposed to me after we dated for 2 years. My parents didn't approve of our marriage to him, but in the end, they respected my wish to marry him. My husband had a job at a company, but when he saw that I was doing well in my career, he quit his job and took a different one. After that, he didn't stay at one job for very long. He would change jobs every time he got bored of them. But he told his friends that he had a great career and that we were living in a mansion because of his success. He also bragged to everyone how rich he was. I wasn't happy about this at all. I thought that he was being very crass. 3 years into our marriage, my husband quit his job and didn't even try to find a new one. He began to live off the money that I made from my career. I didn't have time to complain about this because I was really busy with work and was often away on business trips. My husband didn't seem to care that I was doing all the work. He stayed at home all day long playing video games. He didn't even bother to cook for himself and ordered food to be delivered to our house. On top of that, he never cleaned up after himself. I'm home. Were you in your pajamas the whole day? You look like you just got out of bed.
Actually, I just got up.
It's nighttime. I plan on going to bed in a few hours.
I was up all night yesterday playing games, so I was tired.
Have you considered getting a job? You can't spend your days playing games.
Well, you have a great job, and we're rich. Why do I need to get a job?
That's not the point. I hate seeing you like this. You never leave the house.
Let me spend my life the way I want to, okay? I'm going to go buy myself some drinks.
That night, my husband didn't come home. I woke up the next morning to find my husband coming home with a woman and man by his side. It appeared that he was too drunk to walk on his own. I apologized to the two of them and thanked them for bringing my husband home. Our housekeeper helped me take my husband inside the house. He then vomited all over the entrance. I couldn't take it anymore. Not only was my husband unwilling to work, but he wasted my money on alcohol and cigarettes. I knew that my relationship with my husband was over, but it took me a while to accept this. After all, we had known each other for nearly a decade. That was why I continued to allow my husband to live in a mansion and have his freedom. One evening, I came home from a business trip and saw that my husband was out. He had left his dirty dishes on the dining table, so I assumed that he had just left the house. I started to wonder if he left the house so that he could avoid seeing me. I was really tired, though, and decided to take a bath and then go to bed. I would talk to my husband in the morning. When I got to the bath, I saw a strand of long brown hair in the bathroom sink. I knew that it wasn't mine or my husband's. Now that I had a reason to believe that my husband was cheating on me, I watched him closely after that. I noticed that he kept his smartphone with him at all times. I also saw that he took a sudden interest in my schedule. He was particularly interested to know when I would be away on my next business trip.
When's your next business trip?
I'm going to be away for a week from the day after tomorrow. Why are you so interested in my schedule all of a sudden?
I think that as a husband and wife, it's important to know each other's schedules. That's all.
I see.
Let me know when you're coming home from your trip.
Okay, it's not like you're coming to pick me up or make me dinner or anything, but all right.
Huh? Did you say something?
It's nothing. My husband was clearly a different person, and I was certain that he was having an affair. My husband had no idea that I suspected him, though, and he continued to party every night and not come home at times. There were times that I tested him and said things that would make him nervous. At times like these, my husband would start being really nice to me, which made it all more suspicious. I was pretty sure that he was cheating on me, but work kept me so busy that I couldn't do anything about it. One time, I came home early from a business trip and saw that my housekeeper wasn't there. Instead of seeing the shoes that belonged to the housekeeper, I saw a pair of feminine heels at our entrance. Since I knew that my husband was with his lover, I rushed to the bedroom. When I opened the door of our bedroom, I saw my husband and his lover lying on our bed in their underwear. They were fast asleep and didn't know that they had been caught. "Get up, you two! This is my bed!" My husband jumped out of bed and started putting on his clothes in a panic. I was livid, and my husband was trying to calm me down with lame excuses. His lover was surprisingly calm in all this and sat on the bed with a wicked smile. She remained in her underwear and didn't bother to put her clothes on.
Will you stop yelling? You're hurting my ears. Why don't you do us a favor and agree to divorce your husband?
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Who do you think she was? Who are you, and what are you doing in my house?
I know that you married your husband for his money. You're not even that pretty. He loves me and wants to be with me, not you. He doesn't want to stay married to an unattractive woman like you. I'm young and beautiful, and he wants to marry me. So you need to just let him go.
I was furious with this woman who seemed overly confident just because she was younger than me. But I was even more angry with my husband who lied that he was rich. He didn't make any effort to earn any money, and all he did was waste my money. I didn't love him anymore and was more than happy to divorce him, so I agreed to the divorce. I asked his lover to leave the house so that we could finalize our divorce. After his lover left, my husband started crying and begging me not to leave him. He apologized to me profusely, but I didn't take him seriously.
I can't go on without you. It was a fling and didn't mean anything to me. I'm so sorry.
I don't need someone like you in my life. I'm leaving you. Now pack up your things and get out.
Please don't say that. I don't have a job. Where am I going to live if you kick me out?
That's your problem, not mine. Go get a job for starters.
Can't you forgive me this one time? It won't happen again. Please.
I can't. I don't love you anymore. I kicked my husband out of the house and sued both him and his lover. Now that I was divorced, I was happier than ever. I no longer had to spend my time with an irresponsible husband who lived off my earnings. Out of the blue, I received a phone call from my husband's ex-lover. Hello, may I ask who's calling?
It's me, the one you found in your bed with your former husband.
Oh, it's you.
I married your ex-husband. My name is Karen.
I'm glad to know that you two are now happily married. Congrats.
I married Mark thinking that he was rich, but we live in a shabby apartment. Did you take all of his money? Why don't I get to live in a mansion of his?
That house belongs to my parents. It's not Mark's.
What?
After that, Mark's new wife fell silent.
Mike told me that the mansion was his and that he built it. Are you telling me he lied to me?
Yes, he did. He doesn't even have a job. It seems that Mark had told Karen that he was the CEO of a successful company. What a liar. Karen decided that he was a catch and slept with him so that he would fall in love with her and leave me. Now that Karen knew that she had been deceived, she went into a panic. This is not what she signed up for.
I can't believe that he lied to me! What an asshole! I don't want to stay married to a loser like Mark. You can have him back.
I don't want him back. He's all yours now. Mark and Karen were already legally married, so it was not easy for Karen to end their relationship. They still lived together in a shabby apartment. Karen had quit her job thinking that she would hit the jackpot with marrying Mark, but how wrong she was. They both went into debt in order to pay the money that they owed me. By the time that Mark was able to find a job, his debts had increased considerably, and he was going to be spending a long time paying back that money. Both Mark and Karen had to get a day job and night job to make ends meet. Mark had a short temper and couldn't hold down a job. After a while, no one trusted him, and he got a bad reputation, causing him not only to lose his job, but also his family and friends. He tried to get in touch with me on several occasions, but I ignored him completely. I told him that if he continued to bother me, I would go to the police, and he stopped calling me. My parents came to see me after the divorce. They were worried about me. They introduced me to a son of a family that they knew very well. We hit it off right away and got married after some time. My new husband and I bought property around the world and traveled together in our free time. We had a lot in common and loved spending time with each other. I consider myself very lucky. My first marriage didn't work out, but I was able to meet the man of my dreams in my second marriage.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.